Hello everybody, this is Charles and I'm back with another toy review, this time for Bandai's Gundam Fixed Figuration Metal Composite 1010 MRX 010 Psycho Gundam Mark II Neon Xeon version. Alright, so this is a really big box as you all can see. And at the back you see the box art of this toy. So this toy is basically a reissue of the Psycho Gundam Mark II, I'm not sure 103 maybe, just that the color is different. So without further ado, let's get to the toy itself. So here we have, yes, Gundam Psycho Gundam Mark II. This is a really big toy. Alright, so as you can see, this toy is so big that it cannot fit into my camera. I really have to shift it all the way to the back, unlike most of my other reviews, but this guy is really huge. Alright, terms of die-cast content, I can just tell that let me just see, the shoulder joints, I'm not sure whether those parts are silver paint or die cast, but mainly the die cast is at the legs section, which you can't really see right now, but the leg section are really mostly die cast. But what you like really about this piece, seriously, let me just adjust the camera upwards a little bit. Okay, what you like about this piece is that it's really detailed. The colors are very vibrant, very bright. I think it's more like an anime color. Very vibrant, very neon. Okay, in front of me it looks very neon. And there's a lot of decals. The decals on this piece are really wonderful. Really small decals like the white you see here. They're all wordings, very detailed decals all over this robot. You see decals all over the place, really detailed, really even at the feet. Alright, you see the decals, even at this part. You know, these decals over here, these are decals. It's really, you know, extremely detailed, which I am so very impressed by this piece. The number of decals I see in this. I do not have the original Psycho Gundam Mark II, so I can't really tell whether he has so much decals, but this has a lot of decals, and I basically am very impressed by the number of decals they have for this piece. So really nice. And the fact that this is a big robot and heavy robot is the only reason you need to buy it. I mean, you buy it because it's Gundam, oh yes, but you just buy this piece because simply it's big and he's heavy. He's really huge and he's really heavy, and I really love it. And just to do some size comparison, alright, before I go further on the review, this is Psycho Gundam Mark II. This is Metal Build Exia. Alright, put him this way, and this is the Metal Composite Unicorn Gundam. So as you can see, Psycho Gundam Mark II is really huge. Alright, he's so much bigger than Exia, and even for Unicorn Gundam, he dwarfs him as well. So let's do a front-to-front comparison. So this is Unicorn Gundam, alright, with Psycho Gundam Mark II, and this is Metal Build Exia. So you can see the height difference on these three. Just shift the camera a little bit. See, so this height difference between the three. So you can really see how big, you know, how big. Let me just do a side profile comparison. How big Psycho Gundam Mark II is. So extremely big. Again, looking at this, you know, you can really tell how big and magnificent this guy is. Look at how bulky he is compared to the other two Gundam. So yeah, that itself is a good reason for you to buy this piece. So let me just get these two other pieces out of the way and continue on Psycho Gundam. So, you know, really, this is really impressive. He comes with a stand, which I'm not going to show, and then he comes with these accessories. So it comes with this, which you can just take out the hand and put this piece to have some feature or some action that he did in anime whereby his fist can fly or shoot, but I'm not going to show that. He does come with this additional head crest that can fold, but I'm not going to use it as well. And the funnels, okay, the funnels that come from the back, and additional fist, additional funnel bits, which I will show later. So it comes default with this articulated finger fist, alright, very interesting, right? I took them out because I put the closed fist in for the transformation. So it comes with these two, very interesting, very nice and detailed as well. And comes with the shoe, alright. This is the shoe it comes with. So in order for you to plug the shoe in, you need to remove this portion. Alright, you take this tab out, be careful not to lose this tab, alright, and you slot this in. So this is where the shoe is done. Alright, so let me just so this is Gundam Metal Psycho Gundam with the shoe. Okay, let me just take the shoe out, okay, so I can show more on its articulation without any hindrance. I'm gonna put this tab in before I lose it. Alright, so in terms of articulation wise, his head has a limited articulation, okay, mainly because of the these two portions, so he can't really move his head much. You can only move it slightly downwards here, left, right. And one interesting thing to note is that the head is on a magnet joint that has a magnet over here to the neck. So it's an interesting joint to me. And shoulders wise, you can move this outwards. That's allow your hands to move this much. And he can rotate 360 over here, elbows 90 degrees, and also at the arm side he can rotate here, wrist side, okay, he can rotate on the wrist, and yeah, basically that's about it. There's no waist rotation due to the transformation. Knees wise, you can move this much, click, 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 okay, click one forward, and click 1, 2 backwards. Feet wise, okay, let me just first go to the thighs. The thighs, you can actually stretch them out this much, alright. Feet wise, you can actually move them this much as well. So this is to show how imposing his pose is. So let me just show you how much you can move. So basically, yes, you can actually do a very dynamic giant storm forward pose. Just see how much you can do. So limited articulation to move forward due to the nature of the toy, but this is how much you can actually move. So you can actually show him actually moving like a giant. So which is quite cool, which is really, really cool. And you know, for a big toy, I'm not so concerned about articulation. It doesn't really need to be very articulated. I'm just really impressed by the fact that he is so darn big. You know, that is enough for me. So let me just get these parts aligned properly first. These are his leg parts. Okay. Okay, let me just get them aligned properly first, and get him to stand. Okay, no. So this is how he should stand. Okay, correct. Give me a minute. Let me just adjust this guy a little bit. Okay. Alright, so yes, back to Psycho Gundam. So in terms of, okay, yeah, by the way, his hands, you can pull it out and put in those parts to stimulate his action, but I'm not going to show it anyway. So here is Psycho Gundam Mark II again. In terms of transformation, it's maybe on the first time you might struggle a little bit, but after doing it a few times, you'll be very used to it. And to be honest, the instructions are not very helpful. I had to figure out a number of things myself. So over here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to help to guide you guys on how to transform this guy. So first what you do, you just remove the head. And this is the crest it comes with. By default, it's rubber, which is good. And you can actually fold it as well. And then just going to put this aside first. Okay, next thing what you do, okay, for this transformation is you actually pull the chest portion outwards, slightly outwards. So this chest portion comes out slightly outwards. You lift it up, alright, get this out of place a little bit. And at the bottom you have this clip, okay, that allows you to flip down, this plastic clip that allows you to flip down. You need it as well. Okay, this is how it looks like, this piece here. Okay, let me just move it and show you, alright. And once you got it out, there is there's a catch for you to actually fit this in. So once you fit it out, you just have to wriggle a little bit and find the catch, and once you got it, it's in. Alright, and once it's in, just leave it there. And what you do is just lift this portion upwards, and over here there's on the back, you flip this portion out. Look over here, flip this portion out all the way. And over to the head section, all you do is to push this downwards, push the head portion down, and then you close this again. That's to form the head. And once you're done with that, okay, you will close this section back here. Okay, and this is done. And over here, what you do is just lift this. Okay, it doesn't clip it in place, but basically just shifts up and cover up the chest portion. Alright, and what you do for the next step, okay, is to move to the back. All right, and push this downwards. Push this part downwards. Okay, and you guys can see over here there's this funnels. Okay, these funnels actually can be removed. They actually come separate, but I actually put them in before the video review because it wasn't easy to get the one on top in. All right, so this section, okay, pull it down, and you're done. And over here, oh yes, what you do for the head, right? Once you move this, you actually put the head back in. You need to do some wriggling a little bit. So let me just adjust this a little bit first. Okay, open this up. I'm gonna put the head back in. Okay, I need to align the neck portion first. So over here, I think let me just see if I got the neck portion correctly. Okay. Okay, this will take me a little while. Just do it above the camera. It's easier for me to do it outside the camera. Let me just shift it in. Okay, and shift it back here. Alright, and we are done here, over here. Okay. And here we shift this here, over here. And over here, what we do for this portion, this, okay, what you're gonna do, you're gonna lift them up. Alright, pull them all the way up. You're gonna shift them this way up, and after which you will push them back down. Alright, push them all the way back down. Alright, in this way they will fit in nicely. So you'll fit in nicely at this two sides. Right? See, gotta fit in nicely to exactly the corner of each side. And what you do on the next part, let me just adjust the head a little bit more. Okay, what you do on this part, okay, over here, flip it this way, okay, and you flip this whole portion up. That should cover the head. And this is where you're done on the top side. Alright, next thing what you do over here, okay, this is one thing I need to let fans know. So the instruction actually just tell you to actually pull this portion out, okay, rotate this down and turn this. But you'll find you have some difficulty turning this. Reason is because you need the arm to be completely straight. Alright, completely straight before you can turn it easily. See, now you can turn it easily. If my arm was stretched out, alright, I can't turn this, you see, it's restrictive, and if you try to force it, you might break something. So the instruction doesn't tell you this, you got to know it yourself. You got to straighten here, move this down. Okay, you got to lift this up, you push this all the way down. Alright, this is what you do. Similar over here, you pull this portion outwards, okay, you rotate this downwards. You lift the arm, straighten it, okay, push this all the way down until it sort of locks in place. Alright, and then you're done over here. And next step, what you do over here, you need to push down this portion, this tab, push down over here. You leave the arms up, okay, and as you, let me just align this in place, but as you leave the arms up, you push this down. Alright, similarly 90 degrees, and then you push it down, okay. And over here for the arm portion, for the wrist portion, sorry, lift this, lock this in place, rotate this arm to the inside, and lock it in place. Is it locked in place? Okay, so locked in place. And before you actually insert them in, alright, over here, make sure at the waist portion, you flip these two tabs out because you will need them later. So you flip these two tabs out, alright. What you're gonna do over here, okay, basically just to fit it inside. Okay, there's nothing to clip it in place. Like I said, basically just flip it inside, and it sort of aligns itself. Alright, so this is how it's going to look like, and go push this down to align the shoulder parts with the arms. Okay. Alright, and next comes the most interesting part and my favorite part of the transformation, which is the leg portion. So the leg portion, let me just flip the camera downwards a little bit. So leg portion, first thing what you do is just extend this, right, over here. And the next thing you do is to flip this downwards, okay, all the way downwards. It will align itself nicely with the feet. And over here, right, the feet, you just get it out. And here you can see the die cast. This is full die cast, I tell you, full die cast. And you flip the leg here to align it in place over here. And here, align it down to the bottom. Very simple. And the next thing you do, flip it, flip it, flip it. It just really aligns itself and sits itself very nicely. See? I don't need to do anything much. It just flips itself nicely, and there's nothing to lock it. It just sits itself very, very nicely. Similarly for the other side, you pull this out, alright? And then you release this catch. Align this over here, align this over here. Okay, next thing you do, just collapse this together. And voila. It just sits very nicely. I'm not sure how they do it, but engineering is really simple, but it flips in very, very nicely. And again, there's nothing to actually lock it in place. Alright, the final step that you need to do before you transform to full armor mode is to get the shield. So one thing about shield, first thing you got to untap this. Okay, let me see how I untap it. Downwards. Okay, untap this, remove this, get this out. You flip this, lock it in place. You flip this, lock it in place. This with the number 2 goes on this side. This without it goes on this side. Okay? So what you do over here, first you tap this part, okay, to this part. And then later on you tap this part to this part. So over here, so I'll tap it here first. And next I gotta find this and align it and tap it. Sweet. Nicely in place. Oh my gosh, I just said sui. Those of you who know this dialect called Hokkien, sui means beautiful. Alright, sui means beautiful. So over here, similarly, alright, you will flip this part will go to here, and this part will go to there. So here, I'm just going to plug this in, and here, I'm just going to align it in, and voila! Wow, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And here we have the mobile armor mode of Psycho Gundam Mark II. So very nice, very interesting piece. You know, you might seem to move like that, like a plane, but I think he actually moves like this in the anime. Okay, let me just align this nicely again. Again, these parts move down, but they don't lock in place. But you know, this piece is really wonderful. It's really, really awesome. Just holding it in my hands alone, wow, 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 wow. And again, maybe I just do some size comparison of Exia with the mobile armor and Unicorn Gundam. With the mobile armor, you can see, even transformed and shrunken now, he's still so darn big. It's really, really awesome, and I know I simply love this piece. I mean, like I said it once and I say it again, you buy this piece and you love this piece simply because he's big and he's heavy. And he really makes a very good display piece along with the other Gundams. So, yes, no, this piece used to be going at easily $400 to $500 USD on eBay. But ever since the reissue came out, I think the original version doesn't cost this much anymore. I haven't had a chance to check it. But if I can find the original version at a reasonable price, I will definitely get it, because this is a really, really nice piece. He's so nice that I don't mind having a different color. You know, in this case, the different color would be the original version of this piece, because he's really nice. And I mean, transformation wise, for first time when you try, it might be a little bit difficult. It might be real dodgy. Because the instructions are not really clear. They are really not clear on the transformation, especially for the arm portion. So remember, watch out for the arm portion of when you transform it. Be really careful. Stretch it out, okay. Straighten the arm, okay. Rotate it, alright. Don't stretch out and rotate it without straightening the arm, because you're gonna break something. And you know that you're gonna break something because it's so tough to turn. I nearly made that mistake when I did the first transformation, but I'm glad I fiddled it a little bit. So again, pull it out and straighten the arm and rotate. You can rotate very freely. If you feel it's really hard to rotate, it's restricting itself, do not force it, okay? It means you need to straighten the arm before you can do it. And everything really falls in place really, really well. So this piece, despite the fact that nothing really locks in place much, but it collapses really, really well. It looks really awesome. It looks really, really clean. And the decal on this piece is really awesome. You know, the decal details is really awesome. This piece, really, really awesome. I have nothing but compliments for this piece. And I felt that, you know, if not for the fact that I'm so busy recently, I would have done the review so much earlier. And in fact, I felt I should have done this review so much earlier. And right now, the Gundam Unicorn 02 RX Unicorn Gundam number 2 Banshee is just released in Japan. The place where I ordered in, they just received the stock. I think they're preparing to ship my item. I hope to be able to get it early next week, hopefully by Wednesday or Thursday. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed I can get it by Wednesday or Thursday from Japan. It's sending by EMS, but these people, they might ship late, but I'm just gonna email them and call them to make sure they ship my items out as soon as possible. And once I receive it, I will do the review on the night itself and present it to you guys. So here's Charles signing off with yet another toy review. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do stay tuned to my channel for more reviews next time. Gundam Mark II. So I can't really tell whether he has so much decals, but this has a lot of decals, and I basically am very impressed by the number of decals they have for this piece. So really nice. And the fact that this is a big robot and heavy robot is the only reason you need to buy it. I mean, you buy it because it's Gundam, oh yes, but you just buy this piece because simply it's big and he's heavy. He's really huge, and he's really heavy, and I really love it. And just to do some size comparison, alright, before I go further on the review, this is Psycho Gundam Mark II. This is Metal Build Axia. Alright, put him this way, and this is the Metal Composite Unicorn Gundam. So as you can see, Psycho Gundam Mark II is really huge. Alright, he's so much bigger than Axia, and even for Unicorn Gundam, he dual sim as well. So let's do a front to front comparison. So this is Unicorn Gundam, alright, with Psycho Gundam Mark II, and this is Metal Build Axia. So you can see the height difference on these three. Just shift the camera a little bit. See, so this height difference between the three. So you can really see how big, how big. Let me just do a side profile comparison. How big. Hello everybody, this is Charles, and I'm back with another toy review, this time for Bandai's Gundam Fixed Figuration Metal Composite 1010 MRX 010 Psycho Gundam Mark II Neon Xeon version. Alright, so this is a really big box, as y'all can see. And at the back you see the box art of this toy. So this toy is basically a reissue of the Psycho Gundam Mark II, I'm not sure, 103 maybe, just that the color is different. So without further ado, let's get to the toy itself. So here we have, yes, Gundam Psycho Gundam Mark II. This is a really big toy. Alright, so as you can see, this toy is the colors are very vibrant, very bright. I think it's more like an anime color. Very vibrant, very neon. Okay, in front of me it looks very neon, and there's a lot of decals. The decals on this piece are really wonderful. Really small decals, like the white you see here, they're all wordings, very detailed decals all over this robot. See, decals all over the place, really detailed, really even at the feet. Alright, you see the decals even at this part. These decals over here, these are decals. It's really extremely detailed, which I am so very impressed by this piece. The number of decals I see in this. I do not have the original Psycho big that it cannot fit into my camera. I really have to shift it all the way to the back, unlike most of my other reviews, but this guy is really huge. Alright, in terms of die-cast content, I can just tell that let me just see, the shoulder joints, I'm not sure whether those parts are silver paint or die-cast, but mainly the die-cast is at the legs section, which you can't really see right now, but the leg section are really mostly die-cast. But what you like really about this piece, seriously, let me just adjust the camera upwards a little bit. Okay, what you like about this piece is that it's really detailed.